Exciting! Hype!
Hype! Alright, this is Raise Your Weapon. This is Team X versus Team Teemo, and not really Team Teemo. This is actually some weird, like, Mundo Frankenstein Team Teemo that actually is rocking Kodansha, who's from Team Akali, is their AD stud. His or her AD stud, I'm not sure. And then we have Craze, who's actually
RGE, right?
Yeah, Rage team captain, and then two more members of Team Rage, Stazin and Rust Dubs, and then Echo's bringing out at the end the lone representative of Team Teemo. So will the unity of Team X be able to triumph over the Frankenstein monster that is Team Teemo right now? And it looks like Team X is going to ban Uda and Caitlyn, both two pretty good bans, while Kodansha's actually banned a Mumu. And we're waiting on second ban.
It's important to note that we are playing on the newest patch, which allows us to spectate, and there's going to be 6 bands.
Team Rage,
Yeah, you think
Staz,
this is
and
real
Rust
deal?
Dust, and then
I know, I love 6 bands.
Echo's bringing
My favorite.
out the lone representative.
And
Banned.
this is targeted strictly at
Michael Stone getting banned out.
The Frankenstein
Actually, Mumu is actually a Sushi Ninja band, actually, now that I think about it. So, get some targeted bans from the Frankenstein monster.
I feel like they should ban Ash here. ban all
I
the time.
feel like they should ban every AD carry. That's what I feel.
If not, like,
At least Ash.
I think Kodansha might first pick. Well, I don't
Oh,
know
Andy. Ooh, the Annie band.
I'm calling the Morgana ban. That's right. Nobody's played Morgana yet, but I'm calling it. She's very safe.
Michael Stone's getting banned out. Oh, I know why there's echo. Sorry, my bad. Thank you, stream monsters. Hi, is it better, Brandix?
Alright, Kali, actually not a bad pick. Or ban, sorry.
So actually going to start off with the Orianna pick here. Although it looks like not Orianna jungle. Maybe it is. Who knows? With those new masteries, anything is possible. At this point.
Actually, you know, Michael usually goes mid, so I don't know if he's going to change his masteries here.
Oh, it looks like we got a Nocturne, and we got Ash from Kodansha. That is alright. Yeah, yeah, Kodansha, you know, he loves his Ash. It's one of his tried and true, one of his best characters he plays. He loves AD carries. Or she loves AD carries. I don't know if it's a he or she. So, sorry if I mix up the gender there. I'll find out for sure. But, Craze, yeah, he actually played a really, really good Nocturne against us. So, this should be really interesting. Sushi Ninja actually going to go Aurelia. So, we got some strong picks starting out here. Rictic going Mundo. That is the standard Rictic play. If you've watched any games with Rictic, you know that he loves Mundo.
Stacey
Going Lux.
Support Lux. I like that pick.
Possibly carry Lux. You don't know. You don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and say there's going to be about 1 heal support getting picked in this game.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Araja probably plays a support Sona.
Oh, looks like we're going to maybe have a top solo Jax. So
Ooh.
top solo Jax versus Aurelia. That's a good matchup.
I wonder if he's got 30 points and no offensive.
He does, because every Jax should. I don't think there's a Jax that doesn't have 30-0-0 right now.
Not gonna lie, I was trying a little Jungle Jax before we got into the...
A little 30-0-0 Jungle Jax?
Yeah, it wasn't working out.
Oh, okay.
But I still have faith. I'm gonna pull it off.
So last ban actually wasn't paying attention. It was Akali. So I don't know if I've seen Team X play Akali, but they apparently definitely did not want to face one. Akali actually is a champion that can run away with the game, especially like at this, like, especially against like a Frankenstein monster team that's not really good. Like, possibly has the best team coordination. It looks like they're gonna go with Teemo Sona for their bot lane.
I like the. You know what? I really like this team lineup. You know,
Unless this is like a really sneaky like jungle Teemo that I've heard about. I've heard about some scary jungle Teemos, or maybe Team X. It looks like Team X isn't even gonna have a jungler. That would be interesting.
I take back what I just said. I mean,
well, it's not. It's not support Lux because we have a Taric. So yeah, so it's like maybe we have a Taric Ash, and then we'll have Jax top solo and Lux mid.
awkward pause. pause.
Awkward pause.
Now,
we have
will
20 seconds left.
Well, we have 26, and there's going to be a 3-minute delay, so we're going to have a nice conversation. I'm thinking Joe's mustache is a good conversation. That might last like 10 seconds. Can we show Joe's mustache?
Yeah, let's show Joe's mustache. Here's
right.
Joe's.
Here's
Get up to the camera.
Yeah.
Close
extreme.
The Movember mustache.
Now, gentlemen, because I'm pretty sure mostly gentlemen are watching our stream, you know, Movember is all about prostate awareness. Like, they got this whole month, you know, that came up before this about breast cancer and all that stuff, and there's a lot of pink stuff, and honestly, I think they spent all that money they spent on breast cancer
stuff,
awareness,
yeah. But
they could have been solving breast cancer. That's just my opinion.
But let's be honest, people love boobs more. It's just...
You think it's a boobs thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think people love breasts more than they love... I mean...
I can't really argue against that.
Yeah. We're trying to keep this PG or whatever, but it's true. Would you agree, Kelsey? Do you think...
we actually have a woman in the room
she is off,
with
off
a pair
camera.
of boobs. Look at vouch.
on display.
Well, that's true. We did a mustache. Anyway.
So actually, there's a lot of teleports actually on Team Frankenstein right now. I'm going to call him Team Frankenstein from here on out. But so yeah, mid has a teleport and top's going to have a teleport. So that's going to be really interesting. And she's probably going to feed her blue. She's going to have a really low cooldown. Probably be able to snipe very often with that ult.
Should we switch back to the... Are they still looking at us?
They're still looking at us, actually.
Mustache.
Alright, delay remaining. We got 3 more minutes. And then we will be able to join the game, so they'll be a little bit ahead of us, which is all good.
Yeah, and for those in the chat channel, if you have any questions, we can see those questions. So ask them at it, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, you got 2.5 minutes. If you have any questions, chat, post them. We'll answer them. Maybe not successfully. I don't know.
The biggest thing where you're gonna notice is the lack of a jungler.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be interesting how whatever it's gonna be interesting how the Jax responds, because I mean whenever you're that solo champ, unless you have a lot of sustain, you're gonna have a really hard time with that dual lane until you start to get that level advantage for being in a solo lane. And if they're really aggressive, they can actually zone you, and you won't be able to. You'll actually be the same level as them, which is not what you want out of your solo lane.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna send like Aurelia Mundo top, that's kind of scary. Mundo can sit there and just chuck cleavers.
Oh yeah.
And Aurelia, you know, she doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean,
actually, Aurelia going all out has exhaust ignite, so any sort of if it gets low, she's all in.
She is all in. So it's gonna be interesting what Rust Up starts. Rust Up pretty much needs to start like 5 pots at least, probably some form of build of that. Nature go armor 5 pots, and that's probably his best bet to sustain top.
Yeah, that's probably a really good. And also regarding Nocturne, junglers have been clearing jungles faster since the patch. The new masteries have made jungling a lot easier for your lower player. Well, not lower tier players, but your just junglers in general. And so I'm curious if he's going to go for a fast 5, or even maybe just a quick level 2 gank, and then he's going to have free jungle. He could go into the enemy's jungle.
Oh yeah, and that's actually the beauty of being a jungler against a team that doesn't have jungle. But on the same note, if the other team is really, really smart with this team comp, you can actually bait the jungler by placing wards early and actually catching their jungler, entering thinking that he has, I have this free jungle, and then you just collapse on him and get a kill. Yeah. So that's another way that you can actually take advantage by not having a jungler against another jungler.
The non-jungling team is going to want to be warding entrances into their jungle.
Oh yeah,
I mean, just cutting it off, and or taking their jungle if possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to pop. I mean, now that you don't have a jungler, the buffs are open to whoever wants them. You can clear your the mid. Actually, when you push your lane, you can go back, clear your Wraith camp freely, because I mean your jungle's not going to grab because you don't have one.
Yeah.
So I mean that's another way that you can just gain farm and gain a little bit of advantage that way. Bottom lane can actually do the golem trick bottom. Well, they don't have they do not have the correct bottom, but if Ashe Tark was actually blue side, you can actually do a golem trick because you start down there and you can actually take 0 damage, get 2 golems early, and gain a level advantage.
Yeah.
So. But I don't think we'll see that here, but it would be something to think about.
Teemo, Sona, bot, and they probably, with Teemo's blind art, they could probably take those golems down on the blue side.
Just give us a second here while the client starts.
All right. We are going in-game. I will be excited to see some sort of invade here. Nocturne may, maybe just a standard start at blue type of guy. And maybe we'll see some sort of invade. Their level 1 team is strong. You've got Cleavers, you've got Blind Dart, Sona's Q is really good early. You've got a lot of poke in that initial setup. They don't have a whole lot of CC, but it would be interesting. I think Team Frankenstein could probably hold that off pretty well.
So yeah, we're going to start here, and here is the brand new spectator mode. We are so happy to have this right now. We can actually see all the health bars. Not just one person's little replay health bars.
This is
and it looks like Ash took off really early. Kadonsha took off early. He's going to lane or going to blue really fast. Good luck, have fun from everyone. Looks like Rictic, we were talking about this in another game earlier today, actually. He doesn't start Regrowth Pendant in a pot. We have no idea why he does this, but apparently he wants that extra gold to get an early item or something. And yeah, sure enough, Rictic and Aurelia are going to go top. Looks like no one on Team X is actually going to pressure here in the jungle, and, that's kind of smart. Hey!
Yeah.
Shout out to the stream! For the future! Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah, so we're going to have Orianna mid. Orianna, it looks like she has a lot of health. Those new masteries, actually, and combined with the Doran's Ring, you can actually get a lot of health. Always push, never lose. Of course.
We do have a little bit of early magic,
Yeah,
with some
good friendly banner.
Yeah.
It looks like Frankenstein is definitely gonna. It looks like he is actually working with none of his teammates, but he's probably gonna try to get these wolves early and then go to blue. Is what it looks like.
That's what I would do. I would have maybe Lux put a little extra spell damage just to make sure that your Nocturne clears it by 150.
Oh my God! Here's the Rust Ups trick. No one hit DNF. No one hit DNF. We can sleep summoners, right? No one's gonna hit DNF. Don't do it. It's a trap. He actually tricked his own teammate. Apparently, we're not sure, but his teammate acted like he got tricked. Jack's gonna go top. This is actually pretty dangerous. Usually, you want to blue pill back and run up straight through the lane, because if they were winning here, they could catch Jax, and Jax would probably die with exhausting night.
And we do have 2 people.
Yes, and Jax, I don't think he's aware of this. I think he might be in trouble here.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, he gets cleaved. Ooh, it's a little bit early. I would have liked to see them pull him out towards the lane more. Double cleavered, and this is going to be a rough lane and a long day for Rust Dubs. He's going to have to really try to stick this out. Meanwhile, Nocturne doing that blue, almost has blue. Bottom lane, just Kadonsha, just straight up holding it down. He's going to try to last hit here, and Kadonsha's really great last hitter, really strong AD. Team Frankenstein's really going to love having him.
I like this strategy. I mean, if you don't have a strong jungler on your team, don't go with a jungle. Play your strongest characters. Your strongest characters are, Mundo and, and Aurelia. You know what? Play it.
Now, one thing you can't forget while you're in this mode right here is while you're zoning out, you cannot forget to last hit, because the point is you are supposed to get creep score up here too, as well as zone them out. So if you spend too much time harassing and not enough time getting last hits, then you're actually hurting yourself.
It's important to note Jax has 0 stats.
Jack's getting exhausted right now and ignited. He's actually going to burn his flash. He didn't have to burn his flash. Oh, he's going to have to blue pill now. Otherwise, they might go in for the kill.
Sushi Ninja may or may not have seen Nocturne here. This is going to be interesting. Nocturne coming in with blue buff.
Yeah, it's going to come behind, and they're going to jump right on. Oh, yeah, they accidentally pulled those golems.
And those are going to sort of reset and gain some health.
Interesting little battle going on here. Jax, meanwhile, chugging pots like a madman. Meanwhile, bottom getting pushed. Mid just trading back and forth. But all the action right now is up here at this top as Jax is being pressured. Trying to defend this pretty well.
They're just going to go in on that turret.
Yeah, they're just going to go in and put damage on the turret. Now, one thing that needs to be brought up, and should be brought up actually, is that killing this turret too early is not necessarily the best thing, because it will give Jackson more room to farm. But it does open up their jungle a little bit, but it also will make you more susceptible to ganks if you want to push up past here. So it's a kind of like a reward in that, yeah, you push down the turret and got the gold from it early, but you're gonna have to take dragons or do something pretty drastic early to keep that advantage, because otherwise the creep's just gonna naturally push past here.
Yeah,
Jack's gonna free farm. And even if at this point, if Jax does get pushed back and they kill this turret early, and Jax gets to farm though later and catch back up, then that's gonna be huge for Jax.
Yeah, Jax is gonna want to get in the end game. He's gonna want to get that gunblade to get his dodge boots at some point.
Meanwhile, Kadoncha at 18 creep kills and Teemo at 19. So Kadoncha actually getting out last hit, and that is uncharacteristic of Kadoncha. So Team X actually doing a really good job down here bot, and it looks like they're actually kind of low, and there's a lot better sustain from Sona Teemo down bot at this point.
They do have a War on Dragon, which is what they want to keep up constantly. They know they don't have a jungler, so they just are going to have...
Looks like Nocturne coming... Oh, wow! Took way too many turret hits, and then great play by Jax getting that awesome burst on Muno and gets the first kill of the game. Great job, and now Nocturne running around here. Aurelia sucked into the turret. This may be a turnaround here, and they're probably going to pick up Aurelia. Nocturne coming around, has that red, has great ganks. She's going to try to blue pill, misses the Q actually by blue pilling, but she's going to get feared. Will Jax come back in? There's a teleport top! There's a teleport talk. Rictic turns around. He's going to pick up Jax. This is actually a really exciting play. So now it's Nocturne versus Rictic. Rictic's actually going to start to back off. They're both the same level. The jungler's actually been keeping pace. Has that red buff. Going to have a huge advantage. This sphere could be huge. Oh my gosh. Oh, Rictic is so low. This is so close. This is so close. Rictic, run. And Rictic's barely going to escape. Amazing, amazing action so far. Now Orianna and Lux pretty low mid.